everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if this is your first time here. Today we're going to be doing a demo, wear test, and review of the Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control Foundation. And actually, funnily enough, this is a foundation that I've been wanting to review on my channel for months now. Like, I'm not even kidding. I have a note in my phone where I list out purchases that I want to make for every month, and literally for the past like 8 months, I have wanted, 8, 9, for as long as I can remember actually, I have wanted to review this foundation because it's not something that's sold on Ulta or in drugstores. It's something that's exclusive to the Catrice website, and it has so many good reviews about it being like the best affordable mattifying foundation, and it's so underrated, and I love discovering products like that. So yeah, Catrice is a great brand. I'm actually going to be doing kind of like a full face of Catrice, kind of off camera, but I'm going to be using some of their products and showing you what I use after, because I did buy a few new things. But Catrice is one of those brands that, for me, at least in the US, let alone Nevada, California, we can only find at Ulta. Like, it's not traditionally sold in CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, those kinds of typical drugstores, but it is such a good, affordable, cruelty-free brand nonetheless. They have a lot of great hidden gems, and this is not a first impression. I've worn this a few times now. I've always wanted to kind of make it a point to do wear tests where I've tried the foundation out at least once or twice prior, so it's a more well-rounded review. But I am going to be vlogging. I'm going to go shopping a little bit today. I'll take you with me. But anyway, if you want to see me dive into this full day wear test and demo and application and review, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. Do you like my shirt? It says, well, that's just grape. Okay, so we are going to start off by, I'm going to prime my face first. In the spirit of using Catrice, I'm going to use a Catrice Prime and Fine anti-shine base. This doesn't actually really do much for my oils, so maybe that's a good thing for this video, so we can really test this foundation out. But it does provide a nice tacky base more than anything. Okay, so one thing I will say about this foundation is that the shade rate absolutely sucks. This is the darkest one I got online. This is the shade 40 Sun Beige, and it is a little bit dark for me right now, as you can see, but in the summertime it will match me nicely. So as I mentioned, it's an exclusive on the Catrice website, and I will say normally it retails for $8.99, but I was able to snag this on sale for $4.50. So by the end of this video, if you're intrigued, if you think you'd be down, definitely go on and purchase it while it's still on sale, because they put a lot of stuff on their sale constantly, and it's amazing. Yeah, there are only 5 shades, and it really sucks, but you know, if you can find your shade to match you, then definitely do so. I will say big points off for not including something deeper than this. Like, hello, this is not deep at all. So I don't know, maybe they're putting it on sale because they're adding more shades and coming out with a new one. I don't know. But I'm going to read you the claims. It claims it's an oil-free liquid foundation with a supremely silky texture. High coverage formula contains light reflecting pigments for a smooth, matte, and flawless finish. Lasts up to 18 hours. Controls unwanted shine all day long, and easy to use pump applicator for precise dosage. I will say I do like the packaging. It is a glass bottle, and it does come with a nice pump right here, as you can see. So the packaging is very sturdy to just, you know, have on your vanity. It's very luxe for an affordable foundation in my opinion, but that said, I would not travel with it because it is a glass bottle. And apparently it was rated the best foundation for oily skin by Refinery 29, so that's awesome. Average rating is 4.5 stars, so that's cool. And yeah, let's go ahead and start applying this. I am going to apply it with a brush. I feel like I never use a beauty blender in any of these wear test videos, just because I want to give you a feel for what I genuinely do on a daily basis. And on a daily basis, I'm truly not using a sponge. I'm usually using a brush because to me that's the fastest way to apply stuff, and also for me with oily skin, it's just the best way. Sometimes I will go in with a sponge, but typically I am using a brush. So today I'm going to be using the IT Cosmetics Airbrush Full Coverage Complexion Brush. I'm going to be doing 2 pumps. You can see it's a really nice pump, like 1, 2. It is a perfect pump. Unlike the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation, this is awesome, and this is 1.01 fluid ounces, which is pretty standard. Because it's a little bit dark for me, I am going to be mixing in the Catrice Makeup Transforming Drops in Lightening. This is not going to do anything to alter the finish or the coverage. It truly just adds like a little bit of brightness because this is a little bit dark for me. And I figured, hey, it's Catrice, so I might as well use it, because that's actually the way I've been using this foundation, is I've been testing it out with this because this is just too dark on my own. Couldn't really tell what shade I would be online, so I just purchased what I thought I would be. But yeah, let's just go ahead and do 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna mix it in, obviously. I'm just going to start buffing that in. So I know I already read you the claims from the website, but on the bottle, it says long-lasting shine control makeup with light reflecting pigments for a satin, matte, and even complexion. It doesn't claim that it's going to be a super full matte finish, which I agree actually. I think the finish is definitely more satin matte, but with that being said, I think, spoiler alert, from the first couple times I've worn it, it was really nice. That's why I think if you do have dry skin, but you're looking for something a little bit more long lasting and not as dewy, this could be a really good option for you, because I do consider this a satin finish. It's not completely matte, but with that being said, it's still really good. It says hydrating, oil free, and dermatologically tested. So that's really nice. It does say it lasts up to 18 hours. I have tried this with a variety of primers and setting powders, but you know, for the sake of today's video, I'm not going to be applying like a mattifying setting spray or anything like that. I really wanted to make this video because I do have oily skin and I'm always on the hunt for shine reducing products or long lasting products. It doesn't have to be bone dry. Okay, it's cloudy outside. Can the sun come out again, please? Thank you. This is one layer of it on my face. You can see, I would consider this a true medium coverage. You can definitely build it up, but I definitely still see my pigmentation peeking through from my acne scarring. This is now a scar. I don't really have any like pimples on my forehead. These are all marks from past pimples, but you can see it's still there and around here. So for those of you who do like to add a little bit of a second layer, I know I don't usually build up foundation, but for the sake of this video, I am going to just apply a tiny bit more, like half of a pump, onto those problem areas, just so that we can truly test out how it does. I've actually never done this before with foundation, so it'll be a good test. Because the concealer I'm going in with is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage in 020 Beige, which is one of my favorite concealers, but it is more of like a highlighting concealer. So I wouldn't necessarily spot conceal with it, if you know what I mean. Alright, so I think that's about all the foundation that we're going to be doing. Here's a closer look. I'm sorry it's like so dark behind me. The sun is behind a cloud right now. I don't really know what it's doing, but yeah. This is what it looks like up close, and of course I'll be showing you the full thing in natural lighting too. I wanted to show you guys what it looked like on my face before I apply the rest of my makeup, which I am going to be doing off camera to save some time, but of course I will come back on and run through everything that I applied. But it is not super tacky actually, and for me, with someone with oily skin, it usually is tacky if I haven't said it, no matter what foundation it is. So it's not super matte. As you can see, it is more of that satin finish, but I love that it feels like it's not going to transfer, which I have found out that it does not transfer from the previous times I've worn it. But if you have dry skin, you probably wouldn't even need to set this down. I mean, it's really not tacky for me, and I have oily skin, so that's awesome. Anyway, I will be back in a little bit to show you my makeup. Alright everyone, and I am back with my makeup on. I am going to set my face with you on camera because I wanted to give you a look at my skin before I do so. But really quickly, I'll run through everything that I used. As I mentioned in the beginning, I mainly used a full face of Catrice, so I used the Catrice mattifying powder, even though this is not really mattifying, I will say. So when I pulled it out, I was like, it's really not going to affect the performance too much of my foundation, so I did go in with this powder. I went in with the Sun Glow Matte Bronzing Powder in the shade Medium Bronze. The new blush box in the shade Bronze as well, which is just a really pretty nude. I have been loving this blush. And then the 3D Glow Highlighter, which is stunning. It's so reflective. It's a little bit powdery. That's the only thing I will say about it. But other than that, if you just get it to work, you tap off your brush and set it down, it looks really beautiful. So that's great too. I also used, obviously, sorry, this is not in order, but this is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage, as I mentioned. And then I also used this new mascara. This is also on sale on the website. It's the Glam Doll Curl and Volume Mascara. It looks like this. It's kind of, it looks like a wet formula, but it's actually quite dry. I don't know if you can see on my lashes, it's not the most thickening and it's not the most black. I would say it's more of a lengthening formula than anything else, but in my opinion, it's still really good for a daily basis if you don't want something too intense. I also have the e.l.f. Instant Brow Lift on my brows and the Wet n Wild brow mascara and Nothing But Brunette. And then my eyeshadow is from the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, the original palette. On my lips, I have the NYX Butter Lipstick in the shade Rootbeer Float, and then a tiny bit of the Catrice Lip Foundation Pencil in the shade Addicted to Cafe Lait. I actually went in with the lipstick before I went in with the lip liner because I actually forgot to use it, and then I went in with the lip liner after to fill in the areas that the lipstick could not reach, and I kind of blended that together. That's a little tip for you. If you go in with the lipstick and it doesn't reach like all the crevices of your mouth, go in with a lip pencil afterwards and just fill that in and blend them together. Okay, so this is my face up close. I wanted you guys to see what it looks like before I set it down. Again, obviously adding that powder, now my face is not tacky at all, but again, as I mentioned, it wasn't really tacky before I put the powder down even, so that's awesome. And I love how it looks. I would say it's definitely matte, but it is not a drying matte. It's more of a satin matte, and it's definitely a medium to full coverage. You can build it up to full, but I would definitely say it starts out as a medium coverage. So yeah, what do you guys think? I'm obviously going to be checking in with you throughout the day, but now I'm just going to set it down with the continuous setting mist because, as I mentioned in previous wear test videos, which I will link down below, I never not set my foundation, so I wanted to keep true to my routine because at the end of the day, when you're testing products, you want to test them for how you would wear them in your daily life. So this is how I wear it, but this is not a setting spray that's mattifying by any means. It's just going to just put everything together and make it look the best that it can. Not too much, not too much. So now after I set my face, this is what it looks like. It obviously looks a little bit more radiant just because everything is like sinking into the skin. But yeah. Okay, I'm going to show you what it looks like in natural lighting and then we will begin the vlog. All right, so here we are in natural lighting. I'm standing right in front of my window. It is just after noon, so I will be going out and it's a little bit cloudy outside today. From my past experience, I do get a tiny bit oily, but it's not something where I ever feel like I have to blot. So we will see how this does because I will be out and about, but this is what my face looks like up close. Side note, I really like the eye look I did today. Not too dramatic where I can't wear it out during the day, but it's also something that I can carry with me day to night, so I really like that. But yeah, I think my skin looks really nice, really smooth, and as you can see, it definitely has a satin finish. It's not super matte, but I do think this is a great underrated foundation so far. You guys will see as I carry you through my day what it looks like, so yeah. And they don't have this foundation. They only have the liquid coverage right here. Right. Hello, we are about 3 hours in. I just went shopping at Ulta and at Whole Foods. I literally went into Whole Foods just to get these Beyond Meat burger patties. They're my favorite. I like to make them with mac and cheese, surprisingly. It's really weird, but to me it's like my favorite thing in the world. And then I also went to Ulta and stocked up. I guess I should show you. I got some shampoo and conditioner. This is from Shea Moisture. Got their shampoo, and I also stocked up on my Mario Badescu facial spray. I use this every single morning. It's my favorite, and I was running low, so I decided to stop in and buy some. But yeah, this is what it looks like after 3 hours. I'm not sure. This is so weird holding my phone in the car like this. I am still matte. Also, does anybody have this issue where one of your nostrils runs more than the other? Because my left nostril is always running, but my right nostril just doesn't. It's really weird. It's a little bit warm in my car right now, but my face still looks pretty good. What do you guys think? It does not look shiny. I am pleased because I've been out and about. I've been walking around. Again, it's not too hot outside, but here is my midday check-in, and it's still overcast. Right. But yeah, okay, see you in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm outside playing fetch with my dog. It's 5:30 and it's still bright outside, which is really exciting. My foundation still looks great. I was eating so my mouth looks crusty, forgive that. But yeah, I don't look oily. I'm so pleased. And yeah, this is probably the 6th hour. So I'll try to keep this on for another hour or two and then I'll check back in. But I want to get as much natural lighting as possible, which it's still bright out. So shout out to daylight savings. Hi everyone, it is 6:30 p.m. and we still do have a little bit of natural light outside, but it is fading quickly. And I am actually wanting to wrap this video up and go shower because it is Sunday night and I have to do a lot of things to prep for work tomorrow and for my week. But I have had this makeup on for about 7 hours now and you can kind of see I look a little bit dewy here in my T-zone. That's kind of the experience that I've had the few other times I've worn this foundation, but it's not like oily. Like I don't feel like it's oily. Like I touch my face and I'm like, oh, it's kind of tacky, but not really. Like it feels like it's hydrated. Like it doesn't feel like my skin's dry. It doesn't feel like it's like an oil slick, but it just feels healthy. Like I look pretty luminous. It is the highlight, of course, obviously, but my T-zone, that's where my oils will peek through the most. I do look a little bit dewy there, but again, like it's not something that I feel like I have to blot. I do really enjoy this foundation. I think it's amazing for the price, especially now that it's on sale. So if this is something that interests you, I definitely would go pick it up. It's only $4.50 right now. The shade range sucks. So as I mentioned in the beginning, big points off for that. But if I had to give a grade for affordability, for the packaging, which is amazing as I showed you, the finish, the texture of the foundation, I would give this foundation overall a B. I think the performance is great. I think it's a very, very good underrated foundation, but it doesn't have a lot of shades, and to that point you can't find your shade in person because from what I can see, at least here in the States, it is only online. As I showed you in my Ulta, they don't have that foundation in store. So yeah, but what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts down below and leave me comments if there's anything that you've been loving and want to share with the people. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in my next one. Bye.